Hey guys, I want to show you some stat stuff that your calculator can do. So you've got your calculator. If you don't have it, make sure you get one downloaded. But your calculator can do a lot of data analysis for you. And so I'm going to try and help you see what all of that looks like. I've got a set of data here, and it comes from 8, 5, 7, 5, 3, 5, 4, blah, blah, blah. I've got a ton more heights that we could have pulled from. I just pulled the first 12 to make our life a little bit easier. So now I need to get these into my calculator. And to do that, I am going to push stat. And then I'm going to push enter so that I can choose edit. Okay, so I'm going to push enter. Now, that gives me an L1. If there was stuff there, I need to go to the top and clear it. But I'm going to put everything into L1. So I'm going to enter my data. So I type a number and then push the enter button until everything is recorded. So I'm going to type 70, 68, 67. Whoop, I accidentally typed 64, so I'm going to hover on that 4, go back and fix it, and then push enter. 63, 64, 72. Oops. I can use the delete button to delete anything I accidentally type. And then one of my favorite things to do is that I'm on the 13th spot. That's what that little 13 means, where it says L113 on the bottom of the calculator. And that means I've put in 12 numbers, and now I'm about to put the 13th in, and that totally matches. So I can check it by counting. Okay, so I've got all my data entered in. Once it's in, it kind of saves automatically. So once it's in, I'm going to push stat again. And then I'm going to use the arrow over button so that I get calc. And I want one var stats. One var stats. Because one var stats just means one variable. There's only one question. I was just asking you about how tall you were. I'm going to push enter. And then I'm going to push enter a bunch of times. So list L1, that's where I put all my data. I do not need a frequency list. I'm ignoring that. And I'm going to go back down to calculate. And I'm going to push enter when I'm on calculate, because now it's going to calculate a bunch of stuff for me. And that's the goal. This giant list is awesome. So let's take a second and talk about what all we are seeing in this list. Okay. So this list, here's what it tells us. I'm going to give you the general definitions. When you take AP Stats, well, you'll get some more specific info. But that's your mean. That sigma means sum. Right? And then you're going to get into some other things that we're not going to, like the next two I'm going to skip over. I'll let Hilger teach you about those. But when you get to this, looks like ox. And the X just, again, talking about this information. So probably just the lowercase sigma. That is the number for your standard deviation. N just tells you how many pieces of data you had, right? We had 12. That's what N is reminding us of. Then we're going to get some helpful information for that 5-number summary we're talking about. So we've got min, which, fun fact, means minimum. Q1, which is that first quartile number. Med, which is median. Q3, which is our third quartile. And max, which is maximum. One thing I should probably point out too is that we are not seeing the range, and we're not seeing the mode. Mode, I think I can count on you to figure out if you need to do the range and you're like, huh? Just take range. Remember, it's just your max minus your min. So in this case, our max is 72, our min is 63, and so our range would be 9. So all of this information is super helpful. And the calculator did it for us like that. So make sure you know how to use your calculator, because I think that's going to make your life significantly easier. So hopefully that helps. Be in touch if there's anything you need.